Nasty Knuckles, the Hockey Outlaws podcast, with your hosts, Derek Nasty Settlemyre and former Philadelphia Flyer enforcer, Riley Cote, as they go behind the scenes with your favorite NHL players. Time to face off.
All right, welcome back. What's happening, Nasty?
What's up, Rigorelli? You just got Elvis over here playing a little drum for us.
Like that little intro?
Because you weren't here with the bongos and the skin flute and all that stuff. So we
wasn't around this past weekend, no.
I know you weren't.
Play the skin flute.
I know you weren't. You missed another men's league game, but you were on the ice.
I was
down in Tampa. Well, tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, it was down in Tampa Bay with the Malone Foundation, Ryan Malone and his family foundation. Yeah. He's created this amazing Warrior Academy called Hockey is Healing, and just a heck of a job down where the Tampa Bay Lightning play. Got a chance to see Pat Maroon,
nice.
Obviously Bugsy, Braden Coburn, Glenn Metropolitan, Nate
Metro!
Thompson, a few ex-Flyers. But a heck of a job. They do an amazing job from the on ice portion, just running them through drills. Obviously that's the link is the hockey piece, but all the off ice stuff, nutrition, did yoga, taught yoga, did a little breathing, they did jiu-jitsu. Nate Thompson was involved in that.
Yeah, because he's big in that.
But an awesome time overall. Great to see some guys that I hadn't seen in a long time. And man, hockey is healing, Nast.
It is, man. That's cool. I wish I could have been there for that. See a lot of those guys must have been fun catching up.
Yeah. And Bugsy, this is the third time that I'd participated in one of Bugsy's events there. He just does such a good job, and actually the NHL sponsored this one. They were the title sponsors, so it's catching some traction.
Good.
I think USA Hockey's interested in what he's doing, and he's just really put together a nice package, polished it up, and helping a lot of people. So
he's just a great guy, man. He was time I met him at USA Hockey. We got to do a few things together. He's just, God, is he a funny human, man?
He is.
He's one of the best, and he was a hell of a player too. Speaking of Bugsy, Riggs, he was on the 2010 Olympic team in Vancouver that I was so fortunate enough to be a part of. And I mentioned that because of the jerseys that just got unveiled. I'm sure Baller will throw that up. But also, just thinking about memorabilia, I wanted to show you this. I think you've seen it before, but what do you think of this, Riggs?
Oh, yeah. That's a thing of beauty.
That is
a
my
nice
2010 jersey. Land of the Free, home of the Brave on the sleeves. It's just the coolest, probably one of the coolest things I have.
Oh, yeah, that is nice.
Yeah, speaking of memorabilia, I did want to mention GT Wholesale, our good friends. Just moved over to Haddonfield a little while back. Buddy, you got to go to the website. I've been telling you, I already got a couple pieces myself. Jump over to gt-wholesale.com. And don't forget to use the coupon code NASTY for 15% off of your order. Lots of cool things. This will not be on there because I'm not getting rid of that. That will not be on there.
Be for sale.
But again, GT Wholesale, man, it's coming up Christmas time. Great gift ideas, especially for your kids and anyone that collects things. They have everything from signed pucks to football helmets. They have it all, man. So get over there and check them out, buddy.
Oh, yeah. What were your thoughts on the new jerseys, Nas, compared to the old?
I saw, it's funny, like a couple of the guys last night at Elvis's practice, a couple of the dads, we were talking about them. I had not seen them until yesterday. I don't know. They're okay. I thought Canada's 3D logo looked pretty good. I'm sure you like that one. That's your team. But I don't mind the jerseys. Shoot, man, if you're involved in any of that, you're going to have the ugliest jerseys made. It really wouldn't matter, right? But I thought they were okay.
What were your thoughts on the shade of blue?
Well,
Is
no,
that what you're struggling with?
I'm a navy guy. I'm a navy
Yeah.
blue guy. That's my favorite color. But hey, listen, man. If I was able to be a part of it again, I would be willing to
Of
wear
course. Of
light
course.
blue.
Yeah, right. Of course, yeah.
And I'm an ABC fan, and that is you have to be down south to know what that means. But anybody but Carolina, meaning the Carolina Tar Heels, they're light blue. And I am not. If you're from down there, you either love Carolina or you hate them. They're like the Dallas Cowboys,
Yeah.
in college. But yeah, I would be willing to wear anything to have that opportunity again. But
Of course.
yeah, they look pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Look pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, they did a good job. Yeah, you wonder what those conversations look like in the back end there with whoever was making those decisions around the exact
Right.
color tone and this and that. Obviously, there's a lot of thought going into it.
Yeah, I will say this. Like I was involved a couple of times with the Flyers, and not so much when I say involved, like I just got to sit in on a couple meetings on jerseys. And one of the things that always kind of bothered me is that you have people designing a hockey jersey that know nothing about hockey.
Yeah.
And that doesn't always matter. I get it. They're artists, or whatever you want to, they have ideas, but like there's some things that I saw and I'm like, whoa, like that's just, I don't know. But you're right. It's funny. It'd be nice to sit in a room like that for something at this magnitude as the Olympics. Because you want it to do well. You want it to sell. I think it's going to sell anyway because people are going to buy, right? Like,
right, of course.
But yeah, it's I was able to sit in on a couple meetings. And you're just kind of shaking your head, and something similar to that. Not to get off on a total different thing, but like when we were like redoing the locker rooms and the storage areas, you got people that don't work in hockey trying to tell you what should be there, and I'm like, no, that's not. that shouldn't be there.
Closet.
This is not like, this is a hockey. There's certain way things have to be where they go, and I know they just redid the place again at the skate zone. I was talking to Ricky with the Flyers, the head equipment manager, the other day, and he's like, "You got to come over and check this out." So I'm gonna go over there soon and look in the back because they finally finished, I guess. So anyway,
nice.
Looking forward to the Olympics, man.
Yeah, should be a good time.
Should be, buddy.
Mm-hmm. What do we got going on in Flyerland, Nast?
Well, the Flyers are sitting 25 points, 11-7-3. Since we last were together, they had a couple nice wins at home. They beat St. Louis in overtime. Vladar just continues. I mean, to me, he's the MVP of the team. I mean, I don't know how anyone would say he's not. I know Zegras is having a great year. And he's really impressed everyone, including myself. But Vladdy played well again. I think he had 27 saves in that game. It was an overtime game. Sanheim with a big goal in overtime. But 931 save percentage again. And you're kind of getting used to seeing it, and you hope it stays that way because he's, we can kind of get into this, Riley, but their starts have just not been good. And it's a head scratcher because from what I did as an equipment manager, how I was kind of a hype guy, like always trying to get boys going. And you basically did the same thing with your energy that you brought. No, seriously, like the energy you brought and and the way you played, it's almost it's just mind boggling. Sometimes you can't even have an excuse or a real reason because everyone walking out to the ice is ready to play.
Yeah.
But then you don't have a good start. But it's like we haven't really had a good start at all this year. And for whatever reason, I don't know.
Yeah, it is a head scratcher because everyone's talking about it in the locker room. Everyone's mentally preparing to get rocking as soon as the puck drops. It's just, sometimes, say like, I don't want to call it puck luck, but sometimes, you get the flow of the game and things start happening early. Whether you call that just like creating your own opportunities and chances by playing the game fast or hard. But I don't know what the mindset could be that would be disrupting what all players are expecting to go out there and do is play the game, get out there and play the game fast and hard and generate some offense early. But Vladar, as long as I can remember, going back to the first few games of the year, has made those, like, say, larger form saves earlier in the game that they've given up, that kept them in the game, and enough for them to find that life, that energy, that creative flow that they've, when they are clicking,
right.
They're finding that groove, and they're playing well. They look, like they got their shit together. But there's times early in the games, as you're mentioning, they just can't get that groove. They just can't find it.
It's head scratching because, and you almost feel bad for the guys because that's a question almost every guy gets at post game. And it's like,
right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because we're ready to play, and seeing, being there for 2,046 games or whatever, I never went into a game going, oh boy, guys aren't fired up to play. Like,
right.
It's just, but it is crazy. It's not like it's only been half the games. It's been a majority of the games where we seem to just not be ready right away. But big Vladdy's been back there making, like you said, huge saves to keep you in the game. And then they get going, and they've showed so much like will, like they've been down a couple times.
Yeah.
They come back. You got to give them so much credit.
Totally.
Definitely not shitting on them because
No.
they're battling. They're in every game. But just got to find a way to get that first goal, maybe, or get the first couple.
Yeah. What's the answer now? It's good old fashioned Tilly. Right,
maybe a little Tilly. I'll tell you what. I didn't want to jump ahead to last game, but D'Lo tried to get him going. With his fight against that big 6'9" Curtis Douglas.
Oh,
and one of the things I didn't want to jump to that yet, but I will say this: I thought it was cool because Curtis Douglas, I believe you had said, and Baller, he had fought 3 games in a row. Kid's trying to make a name for himself. And he's battling, going there, trying to get the boys going. But I thought it was cool after they fought. D'Lo, man, he's tough, dude. He's top 3. I don't know who's 1, 2, and 3, but he is in that. He's there with Olivier and
no doubt.
I mean, I don't know who 1 is, and I don't want to say because I don't know, but D'Lo's a tough human being, and I love he looks to the bench. Let's go.
Yeah.
But what I thought was really cool, and I'm sure you had something like this happen to you too, as a tough guy in the league, is they show each guy in the box, and Curtis is thanking D'Lo for the opportunity. Thanks for beating me up, man.
Yeah.
But it's cool, and D'Lo's like saying, "Yeah, man, no problem." I thought that was really cool. But maybe a Tilly to start it off. Last week we saw that with Boston and Montreal. In that game, and I think they had 2 to start it off, and there was another game where I saw a game start that way. But anyway, back to the starts. Let's get them going a little bit better. Big game later tonight in Florida. Hopefully they can have a better start and see how we do. Vladar is in net for that game. Wanted to jump to the Devils game. Big output scoring.
Oh, yeah.
3 goals
Major
in 23 seconds, which is, I believe, a Flyers record, maybe 5th in the league ever. Quickest 3 goals. Vladar, again, 32 saves, 914 save percentage. Noah Cates probably had one of his best games. He had 3 points.
Dishing the puck.
He looked, I mean, everyone was buzzing. They all were. They had of course they gave up the first goal, but then it was like, it was like
it was on.
It was on. So it was a fun game to be at and see. I was sitting up in the alumni box, and I was with Joe Watson, our buddy.
Oh yeah, he's getting a little excited up there.
Yeah, exactly. And it was so funny because Travis Sanheim started the overtime, and he was out there about a little over a minute, but nothing was really happening. So it wasn't like he was like out of breath, and plus Sandy plays about 26 minutes anyway.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to get tired of the way he skates, but it was just funny. He changed, and then they're sent the next guys out, and then there was a stoppage, and Talk sent Sandy back out, and Joe goes, "He's tired. Talk, what are we doing?" And then Sandy goes down and buries it, and I turn around, and Joe high-fives me. He goes, "I guess he wasn't that tired." I was laughing. Tom Bunny was with me up there.
That's funny.
We were dying laughing. But it was a fun game. The building was buzzing a bit. It was actually nice. They were really into it. I guess it helps when you score 6 goals.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, and even outside those 6, I was talking to Baller before we hopped on here. Like, they had a lot of other grade A opportunities they should have
Yep.
scored. I think TK maybe hit a knob. There was a
Yeah.
breakaway he had. There was a couple other like pretty high end opportunities that could have been easily, say 10-1.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
so, but like, but those games are exciting for fans. Like, that's
Yep.
it. There's so much energy in the building.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that would be nice if you could keep that one rolling forward. Obviously, they weren't able to go on to the next game, but
I was
too much of a high. It was too much of a high almost, right?
I tell you, I was really excited for the Tampa Bay game the other night. Just, they have some injuries and some guys out of the lineup,
Right.
Stamkos being one.
He's been out for a while.
He's in Nashville, buddy.
Yeah.
No, seriously, they had some guys out of the lineup, and not a great start again. And it's a game where I'm like, to me, you're like looking over there, like, hey, like it's going to be a tough game. It's NHL, right? Like, even though there are guys missing, but I just felt like we just had no, as Lavi would say, jam at all.
No jam.
But you need to dig in right now, every guy. Enough is enough. Start playing with some jam in here. Let's go.
I mean, just, I know it's, your 21st game in, but like that's a game you want to try and steal on the road. And let's be honest, if we're going to make the playoffs, the Flyers are going to make the playoffs. They've got to start playing better on the road and winning some games on the road. They've been taking care of business at home for the most part.
Yeah.
But we do have to find a way to win some of these road games and have better starts. And I was a little disappointed with the game overall. I mean, he's barely over 30 shots from either team.
Yeah.
I thought Urs played fine. Baller mentioned Andre like having a tough game, and we'll see how he bounces back. He's a young kid; he's learning, but I really like him back there. The way he can the way he skates out of trouble, and listen, he's not the first guy to have a tough game.
Oh, exactly.
He'll learn, and it's not all on him either.
Right.
But I'm just saying, it was a great point by Baller. So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully they have a better start tonight and try to steal one in Florida.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that's always the mindset is to bounce back. And when you lay an egg like that, but I sometimes like you coming off a high, like you did the Devils game. Like, I don't know what the mindset is going into Tampa. It's obviously a different team, just it'll be a different energy altogether, but you certainly don't go in there to lay an egg. But obviously a lower energy coming out of that game, and it's back to the drawing board, and not even to the drawing board, just resetting our energy, refocusing, and getting back out there. But like the way Florida generally comes out, or historically last few years, like that those first couple shifts of forecheck pressure, like. And I know Talk was one of those guys. They probably get the legs under them, maybe get a hit, get a forecheck, get the D to turn around and run them, just run some energy. I think the Flyers got to get to that type of mentality early. And I don't know. They might be, and they're just not able to execute it because sometimes you can't even get the forecheck. I know I can speak for myself. Like, how many times obviously my game plan was pretty simple. Like, get the puck moving north. Let's get on the hunt and get a forecheck. But some games, like, you can't even get that going. The puck, you can't even get the hit because the transition's too quick. They're just moving the pucks up. So, maybe a stick on puck, we blow someone up early, create a turnover early. You're just looking for any bit of life, any bit of energy to build momentum off of. So I don't know. It'd be a new game, obviously, new energy.
Yeah, I was gonna mention too. I feel so bad right now for Garnet Hathaway. The guy's he's played 21. He's played every game, and he's got 0 points. And that, like, you could say what you want, that's in his head for sure. He's not a goal, like, he's not there to score 25 goals. We know that, but I would like to see him. I'd like to see him get a little more involved. Banging some bodies. Not that he's not trying to, but maybe that'll get him going. And what I wanted to run by you as a coach is you got a guy like, okay, he doesn't have any points. Again, he's not there to be a point guy. I get it. But at least 1 point, right? Like, something bounces off of you at some point. But I'd really like to see Grebenkin in the lineup more.
Yes.
And, maybe he is in the lineup tonight, by the way. He is playing. I think D'Lo's coming out.
Yeah,
the
he's always
lineup
creating
tonight.
something, making
He
something
he re- he
happen.
really well, the thing is, we've talked about this and you talked about it before, is you notice him. And
Yeah,
to me, if you're
gets
noticing
involved.
him in the game, then he's having an impact on it.
Yep.
And I'd just like to see him play a little more. I don't know. I'm not second guessing anything Talk's doing. He's got his reasons and he's the head coach, but I would like to see him in the lineup more. I just feel like you always notice him. Whether it's him bumping a guy after the whistle, finishing his hits, or even making plays. Like he's
Yep.
made plays. We've seen him make plays this year. I'd like to see him in the lineup a little bit more. Maybe Garnet needs to, sit upstairs. I'm sure he doesn't want to. He's a veteran. Doesn't want to sit upstairs, but maybe it'll just watching a game. I hate to say that because I've always thought that was kind of dumb, but maybe for him, maybe it helps. It
Yeah, well,
clears his head a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes you need a wake up call. I don't know if it's a wake up call, just like something to
Right.
get you, just to maybe self reflect or get going a little bit. So sometimes it has to be external, from the coaching staff or the circumstances, of the way you're playing. And I was thinking, I go back, as I mentioned, like maybe start off the game with a Tilly. Like if I'm a guy like that, like to me, he's at his best when he's playing like that really pesky brand of hockey
Yes.
and gritty and getting in it and really being noticed for that. And
that's what he's known for, right?
Exactly.
Like that's what he's known for.
Totally. And if you're playing like that, the byproduct of playing like that is generating a few points here and there, and sprinkling in some helpers and all that good stuff. So I think it'll come. I think he's not like he's playing bad, but I think just maybe having to get a little more greasy.
Yeah.
And if you can figure that out, while you're in the lineup still, great. That would be ideal. You don't have to get out of the lineup to sit upstairs and watch other guys getting in there, getting greasy.
Yeah. Right.
But it's a tough one. He's played a lot of hard years in minutes.
True.
He's But if you want to be a regular and a consistent member of the team, like at some point you got to produce a little bit. Because again, you got guys like Grebenkin, throw him. I understand that he does a lot of things that maybe some other guys don't do. So for that reason, it's probably why he's still in the lineup. For killing penalties and all that good stuff.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
So it'll shake itself out. I just like to see him, because you root for guys like that.
Yeah,
of course. I root for a guy like that. He's a heartbeat. He's an energy guy. Bring a little more and get rewarded for it. So
yeah, he's very well liked in the room too.
Yeah,
he's a really good guy, and I know the players love him. So I bet you there's a little bit of ball busting going on though, for sure. Yeah, for sure. But I wanted to ask you quickly too about I've been hearing a lot of talk. I was over at a couple practices, dude. Hearing people talk about Zegras playing center. Obviously, he's playing on the wing. As a former coach and player, what are your thoughts there? Do you feel like maybe like he wants to play center, right? I think from what I've been told, is they're worried more about his defensive end as a centerman in the defensive zone. Obviously, not much. You're not worried about him in the offensive zone because the guy's a magician. But as a coach, and at where we are now in the rebuild, do you give him 10 games, 15 games? I know you did it in preseason, but that's a different game. That's, you've got an American League guy, you've got young guys playing in those games. It's not the same. On the other hand, you want to make the Flyers want to make playoffs this year. They've said that. They've said that. So Zegras has been unbelievable in my opinion. He's worked harder than I think I've ever seen him work in the league.
Right.
I love everything he's bringing. It looks like he's being a leader. He's working hard. Yeah. He's doing everything he has to be. And basically what I want to ask you is, he's so talented. Can he get better at the defensive zone? Being in the defensive zone. I know his face-off percentage isn't great. It's in the 30s.
Right. Yeah,
36, and that's not good if you want to play center. You need to be up, obviously higher than that. You'd like to be over 50 to 55%. But my question to you is, can he get better? Do you give him 10 to 15 games to see if he can do it?
So these are always these internal conversations that coaching staff have. And it might be already very clear to them that maybe they can't even give them those 10, 15 games, because I think they might already know the answer to it based on analytics. And, the face-off percentage is one thing, but there's probably a lot of analytics, in the D zone, around, like, the opposition's possession while you're in the D zone, and you know what I mean, and getting lost. There were some early ones in preseason, getting lost down low. The question is, could you get better at it? Absolutely. Could you get better at it enough that it's going to make an impact, or you're going to take another potential centerman's job? I think that's always the question. And is, like, is that sample size of 10 games, like, is that enough, or have they seen enough and already know the answer to that? And that's why, maybe they're not doing that. I would like to think that going into this season, they've had multiple conversations around hoping that this guy could be a centerman. Because you want a centerman to be able to have the puck. Like, when the team has the puck in the D zone for breakout purposes, he's always in a good position. Like, he makes some nice breakout plays, like clear as day. The possession game is at a premium for him. It's just like, it always goes back to, when you don't have the puck, can you get organized quick enough, and you can be hard enough to play against the best? We'll say that, depending on who the opponent is, right? I mean, right. The other team's better players, and be consistently good enough that a coach, which bases his decisions on trust, can have that enough to be like, hey, like, I feel confident I'm going to put you out there in the D zone for this face-off, even though your face-off percentage is 33 and you really haven't many puck battles in the D zone. You know what I mean? And so it's like, so they probably already know the answer. They've had these conversations. They hyper focus these types of conversations and the video to support it. So maybe they're like, you know what, he's a winger, and maybe we have to sneak him in there, now and then for ozone, an extra centerman or something like that. Put him out there with another line. I don't know. But maybe that experiment's long gone, and there's not going to be another one in regular season here, because they want to make the playoffs. They don't have time to experiment anymore than based on the knowledge that they already have. But I hear you. I mean, I would love for him to be center,
right?
Because that the puck, he's so good with the puck. Like, move the puck east and west, and but there's always the other side of it. There's always that flip side that, again, these guys get paid a lot of money to break down these numbers and put the best guys in the best situations for the team to be successful, and so. Yeah,
it's tough, but like, this guy's been, to me, other than Vladar, just totally, MVP as well. But I mean, I would say Vladar is hands down the Bobby Clark Trophy winner of the team so far, and hopefully that keeps going all year, because if he plays the way he's playing, they will have a chance to make the playoffs.
100%.
But on that note too, I saw someone saying they should play Zegras at center and Michkov on the wing, and I'm like, whoa. There's a reason Matvey's not getting a ton of minutes. He's, Baller was saying he would like to see Matvey have 18 minutes a night. He's getting close to 15. Talks even said, like, we got to get him better on the other side of the puck, and we all know that. I wouldn't put them out there as far as Zegras being a centerman and him on on the wing, because I'm afraid at this point right now you might be in trouble defensively if that happens. I can see it in the ozone. But anyway, my point was to you is just to ask you about Michkov and what have you seen in the 20. I know we've talked about him a couple times, but with 21 games in, 5 goals, 5 assists. I think he had a lot more points than that in his first 21 games last year. And it was a different team too, but. They talked about him maybe having an ankle injury. He didn't come in the best of shape. I don't know if I believe the ankle injury thing. Not that I think, maybe he did have some sort, but like, it's on you now. You're a pro and you need to come into camp and you need to be ready to go. And I know a lot of players have had, like they always say, the sophomore slump a little bit, but I like to see him to, I don't know, maybe pick it up a little bit. Maybe like Baller was saying, he needs a little bit more ice. I understand that, but like we just said about Zegras playing center, you're trying to make the playoffs, and if they feel like they can't trust him in certain situations, you just have to trust what the coach and staff's doing.
Yeah. Well, that's it. He seems to be better than I think maybe a couple weeks ago when we talked about him, or maybe it was 3 weeks ago. I think we were still talking about, he just didn't look as quick as he did last year on some plays. Like, maybe just wasn't getting as many opportunities. But I would say in the last few weeks, he seems to have a little quicker step. You see the pull away speed he had there the other night against the Devils. Like, like there was a little bit of pop there. But even like leading up to that game, some just better opportunities. He just seems to be more involved, shooting the puck more. So that was just like a byproduct of taking more time to get back into it after a slow start. He's still obviously not where he was last year, but he's certainly better than where he was this year.
Yes,
seems to be just a little bit more engaged and have a little more life in his game. Get to 18 minutes. I'm not sure how you get to 18 minutes without killing a penalty here and there. And obviously having more power play time, it's a if you're not killing penalties, you're probably not going to get that. You're not getting there.
I don't think Matvey wants to block any shots, to be honest with you. I don't either.
No, I hear you. He's probably thinking of springing some offense on the old kill.
For sure.
Not a bad move if you're like trailing. Late in the game, and you have to kill a penalty to throw, a sneaky guy like that out there.
Just go.
Just go. Just have Coots or someone just lay a little space play. But I like to see him get more minutes, and it's always this tug of war of like the coach being like, like if it was clear as day that he could earn more minutes, the coach will find a way to get you more minutes.
Yes.
Like if you're playing that well, you'll work that guy in the lineup or up and down the line in another line, throw him in front of net, ozone face off. I don't know, something like that. But like it just hasn't gotten to that point yet, obviously, where the coach will be like, hey, he's going tonight. Let's throw him out there for an extra shift. And he's going again. He'll throw him out there again. And but I think we're getting closer to that. So to get to 18 minutes, maybe we're on the way there. Certain things certainly need to still get better, but he's playing better.
One thing I did want to mention, and I know Baller had said it, against Tampa the other night, Flyers had a 30-second power play and then a 1 minute 30-second of 404, and Michkov didn't get on the ice. To me, that's a spot where you do want him because he's got more room, but the trust factor that we kind of talked about maybe just isn't there. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's always a good point. I just think there's a few guys that just play the game much faster than him. So if the puck's turned over, like at least they just have more jam and maybe speed to recover. So especially on 4-on-4 situations,
it's just more ice.
Yes, there's more ice to create, but it goes both ways. A lot of times it's a ping pong match. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's back and forth. And if you're caught being too offensive and too much the other way, you're never in a position to defend. So it could be that, and whatever reason, he clearly got guys ahead of him that he needs to play. But if he wants to get more minutes, he's got to play better. He's just worried about himself. Don't worry about the other guys. Worry about himself. And just
for sure.
I don't know. So
for sure. One other Flyer note: Jett Luchanko, who started the season again with us this year, sent back to Guelph, was traded from Guelph to Brantford. What do you think about
Cup
that?
Contender. Hey,
one of the best teams, if not the bbest team in the CHL. So that's good for him. Maybe, get on a winning team and have a chance to fight for a championship, and then hopefully join either the Flyers or the Phantoms for the playoffs, and get some more experience like he did last year. I think that those things are really important for young guys to be around a team that's in the playoffs, especially, pro level. Like, he got some games last year in Lehigh in the playoffs, and you're playing against men now, and you see what it takes, to win. And good for him. It's hopefully works out well there in Brantford for him.
I think that's a solid move for him and for the team. And you see this a lot with veteran guys that, whether they have signed or, they're high picks. If your team is a contender, obviously for the championship and then the Mem Cup, like you're going to go find these types of guys. And I think for him going into a better situation, obviously a winning team of some sorts, step in and do his thing and have success, right? I mean, I think your last year in junior, you want to have success. You want to come out of that year feeling good about yourself and, as a collective. So I think it's a great move for him. And like you said, like however that plays out, there's an opportunity for him to finish up in the pros, whatever league that is, and just ride that wave however it plays out. So to me, it's good for his development.
Driving hours outside of the city for your cannabis makes no sense when Camden Apothecary is just 5 minutes from Center City. It's right over the Ben Franklin Bridge, easy to get to, no crazy wait times, and they've got everything you'd expect from a solid dispensary. Top shelf product from the brands people actually want. You can walk in or order ahead online if you already know what you want. They keep the process simple, the shelves stocked, and the vibes chill. Locally owned, no corporate weirdness, just a real shop run by people who care about the product and the community. They're open 7 days a week, right off 676 at 1205 Haddon Avenue in Camden, New Jersey, with a huge parking lot. Hit up CamdenApothecary.com to check out the menu or place an order. Again, that's Camden Apothecary, real close, real solid.
All right, Riggs, our good friend, former teammate, actually twice here in Philadelphia, James Van Riemsdyk, 1,100 games played, man. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Congrats to him. Just a great guy, great human being. Love him so much. Man, 1,100 games. That's a lot of games, bro, to play in a league. And 329 goals under his belt, 339 assists. Just a great teammate and a really sharp hockey mind and good player. Like, really is.
Yeah, congrats, Reamer. That's a lot of games. And I could have told you, I shouldn't say it that way. I'm not surprised that he's played that many games, like knowing him. And when he first came to the league, just like seeing him, witnessing him, be a student of the game. He was one of those guys, absolute student of the game. And now he's like one of those wily old veterans that's carrying around the bands. Like he's like the Jimmy Dowd of the, of the modern game, and just like being that wily old vet that's a voice of reason and wisdom. Just like doing things right, but not surprised. And you said it. Great human, just a great teammate, and wish him the best. I mean, he seemed to have found like a role there for himself in Detroit, and it's not necessarily more of an offensive role he's playing, and Detroit's got a nice little thing going on there too. So
they really do there in Detroit. They're actually a fun team to watch. And also did want to quickly just mention his brother Trevor just played his 700th game. So great week for the Van Riemsdyk. 1,800 combined, man. Not bad, boys. Not bad.
That's impressive.
It
Super
really
impressive.
is.
Really,
really, really cool, man. Love JVR. Trevor, great kid too. Family.
Great family.
You meet the family, you understand why their kids are just such good people and so respectful to everyone. Just love them. Love them a lot. Jamie Benn in Dallas scored his 400th goal last night, Riggs. A lot of goals.
That's a lot of goals.
Big man. He's had some Tillies too. He's pretty tough.
He's a tough player, guy. Man. Yeah, I know.
I was years ago. I don't know. It wasn't my last year, but we went into Dallas and we had a pretty good period. I think we were up 2-0, 1-0, something like that. We kind of dominated the period, and I had to go over and sew a shoulder pad. I think it was Michael Raffles. Something happened, so I had to go over and use their sewing machine. So I go in. We just got back to the locker room. I grabbed the shoulder pads and I run in. Well, I'm sitting there and it's just outside of their locker room. Dude, Jamie Benn, I'm assuming he stood up, but he was barking at the boys in the room. He's the captain, obviously. I was scared. I was like trying to finish this thing so I could get the fuck out of the room. I'm like, and they came out and just put it to us after that. But he was going nuts in there, calling guys out. Like it was cool to hear, but I was like, let me get the hell out of here. Comes and grabs me. Yeah. No, I know he wouldn't do that. But congratulations to Jamie Benn, man, for 400 goal.
Yeah.
Pretty big accomplishment, man.
Yeah, it is. That's a lot of goals. Hey, Nasty, guess what?
What?
A little message from our good friends at HelloFresh. You may have heard of HelloFresh. They're the #1 meal kit in America, making home cooking easier with chef-crafted recipes and fresh ingredients delivered straight to your door. But this fall, they're serving up even more love. This isn't the HelloFresh you remember.
That's right, Riggs. It's bigger. The
Sure is.
HelloFresh menu has doubled. You have over 100 options each week if you want it, buddy. And I'm going to tell you what, get the steak and seafood recipes delivered every week for no extra cost, Riggs. And I know you like that. Now, with 3 times the seafood options, savor the season with hearty fall recipes like classic beef chili, one of my favorites, or the honey glazed pork tenderloin. I love that too. Woo. Who doesn't? You're right. Discover new seasonal produce each week.
Nast. They got leeks, broccolini, and Italian eggplant, and more.
I know they do. And Riggs, I use this, and you should too. The best way to cook just got better. Go to HelloFresh.com/NastyKnuckles10FM. Now get 10 free meals plus a free breakfast for life. I love Brekkie Poo. I'm not going to lie. 1 per box with active subscription. Free meals applied as discount on first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. That's HelloFresh.com/NastyKnuckles10FM to get 10 free meals and free breakfast for life.
Boom. Let's get it.
Other news around the league, Riggs. Our good buddy Jeff Carter, his number was retired. Number 7 retired in Sault Ste, the Greyhounds. Pretty cool thing, man. I saw a lot of the video from it, and he had to stand up there. You know how much he probably loved doing that, addressing a full building.
Right.
Cartsy, I really got to do that. Do I have to say anything? But congratulations, Carts, man. Just something else on top of a great career, man. A couple Stanley Cups, and well deserved, obviously, man. You remember him, Riles, coming in to us to the Phantoms, and just this tall, lean guy that skates like the wind and just shoots a puck like it's effortless. Imagine him in juniors, like this guy coming down the wing. Guys are probably shaking in their skates, but great guy, great friend, and congratulations to him.
Yeah, congrats, Carts. I saw a couple pictures of the I guess of the shrine, showing some of his old pictures of junior hockey.
Yeah,
how young he looked. Like the big
thighs.
Yeah, right? It's like a foot off his head.
Almost makes you feel old seeing those old visors like that. I'm like, God, man, because he just finished playing.
That's right.
That's awesome, man. What an experience it must have been for him.
Yeah.
It's really cool. One other thing I wanted to bring up, just the Colorado Avalanche, Riggs. They're pretty good.
Not bad. I got a few guys that can move out there.
Buddy, they have 1 loss in regulation.
It's hard to believe.
Like, to me, 16-1-5, right? Like, in 22 games, they have 37 points. And finally, this Nathan McKinnon's starting to turn the corner a little bit.
Seems to have found his game.
17 goals, 20 assists. 30 guys got 37 points, man, in 22 games. But I watched them a little bit the other night. Oh my!
Yeah,
it's just
freakish.
It's coming from everywhere too.
Yeah,
and don't forget Makar on the back end.
Right.
Like, he's not bad.
What's he got? Like 29 points or 30 points?
Something like that. Yeah, he's around there, man. But just wanted to mention that because, like, holy cow, they look, like they look like the President Trophy's winner for sure. And we're only 22 games in, but
not bad.
That's a curse sometimes, though. That President's Trophy.
Well, it's got to stay healthy. Obviously, I mean, it's too early to be thinking like this, but whatever. Just let them do their thing. And
it's amazing to watch, though.
It's wild. I know, it's crazy.
They look like just like one of those teams. Like, how do you beat them? Like,
what's the game plan?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, stop McKinnon in the car.
More pucks than that. Yeah, right.
Let's everyone block everything that's coming in. But it's hard to when you can't skate with them. Like, these guys. And Makar looks like, as you say about Tyson Forster's stick, the pool skimmer. He looks like he's got one of those too. Like,
Oh, he
this
does.
guy, his stick on the puck, like, just forget about going around him or anything like that. He's
Just
amazing.
His explosiveness. Like, he looks like the way I describe LeBron James, the way he moves, like prehistoric. Like he just moves with such like force and like, but also like flow. Like he just makes guys look silly. It's just incredible how he moves on the ice with such a big guy. And
really,
oh man, yeah, no. So they got a nice little thing going on, Nast.
Not bad.
Not bad. We'll
see.
Teams to start modeling their teams after that team.
You think so?
Not
Florida.
Yeah, well, they're the new Florida now.
They're the new Florida. Well, They might be. We'll see. I'm still going with Vegas.
Yeah, there's a few wagons out there,
but it's hard to bet against Colorado, man. Watching them play, holy cow, it's crazy. I think it's because Dave Hackstall. They brought him in. They brought Hack in.
Magic Man
doing his thing.
Yep, gonna sprinkle in the magic.
You have to. All right, Riggs.
So we got some big news.
We do.
The first ever Nasty Knuckles 3v3 throwdown at Iceline, New Year's Eve morning, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yes,
8U to 14U, Nast.
Lot of kids. We're doing
Lots of kids.
A lot of kids already signed up, man. Way more than I thought. I was like, holy cow, when I saw that number. A lot of teams. Gonna be a lot of teams.
A lot of action.
How much fun. I love playing 3-on-3, man. It is so much fun.
It's the best, man.
But can't wait. Gosh, it's gonna be so much fun, man.
Yep. 4 sheets. We got Method Hockey. You're gonna be bringing the Tovey.
Yep.
Setting up at the rapid fire. Seeing your twisted wrister.
Oh,
it's gonna come off that blade.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get someone else to shoot.
We'll figure that part out. We'll be there.
Yeah.
Method Hockey. You get kids. Obviously, games from as early as 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and action packed.
Can't wait, man. It's gonna be so much fun.
Looking forward to it. Thanks to our buddy Jeff Haley for helping us out with this one and
putting in all the work, basically.
Yes. So visit letsplay3v3.com. That's where it's at. Check out the information. Register today. Hope to see you guys there.
Can't wait, brother.
What do you got going on next, Nast?
I've got a 3v3 tournament with Jeff Haley on Friday.
This Friday.
Black Friday. Yeah, we
right,
have a different one. They did a really cool thing. They've it's 12U, so Elvis is playing up a year, but it's really cool the way he did it. He has all college teams, so like each team or college. So Elvis wanted to be on BC, Boston College for Tony Vos and Matty and Johnny Gaudreau, and so he got drafted in the second round, fifth pick in the second round for BC. So that's cool.
There you go.
So can't wait to do that. Get a little taste of what we're doing, which is going to be on a way bigger scale, obviously, New Year's Eve. Can't wait for it, man.
Yeah, looking forward to it. It'll be a fun weekend for you.
Can't wait, brother.
All right, now, so you're going to get primed up for Thanksgiving?
Yes, I am.
You need a feeding.
I'm gonna eat some turkey.
What else?
Hopefully, actually, I hope sweet potato. I love sweet potato.
Yeah,
like casserole with a little. Sorry, baller. Sweet potato casserole with marshmallows and
like the
walnuts.
Oof. Oh,
that's my favorite.
Are you
my
a
mom used to make
guy?
that? No cran.
No
cransy. I don't do it.
I thought that was like a southern thing. You sprinkling the crayons inside the sweet potatoes.
I don't eat. I've never even tasted cranberry. I've never even tasted it. Oh, you know what I'm thinking about? Beets. I'm thinking about beets.
Oh, beets. Yeah.
Yeah. No beets. Cranberries I've had, obviously, cranberries. But I used to put a little cranberry in my vodka, buddy. Then I realized too many cows. Yeah, too many cows.
You had to take it out.
I had to take it out. Sorry, I was thinking of I was thinking of beets, man. I'm like, no, I've never even tasted one. People pumping them out of a cannon and shaking. I'm like, no, not a chance, man.
We don't
Not
want
doing
canned
beets.
beets. No, we don't want canned beets.
Is there any other kind of beets? I don't know. What?
The original form, like out of the ground.
I don't know. Out of the ground?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about mushrooms. I'm not talking about mushrooms.
And then you boil them, you know, and then maybe put them into a can.
And see, I've only seen them after they come out of the can.
I didn't know they grew. I didn't know they grew in the ground in a can. It was pretty impressive.
I wasn't saying that. I've just seen them dumped out of there, and I just don't like beets. I don't want to taste them. Never even tasted one.
Stay away from them. Stick with the sweet taters there, you
Yeah, I am. I hope to anyway. What about you? What are you guys doing?
Well, dipping into the holiday festivities as well.
Are you going to eat?
Yeah,
you're going to eat
I'm gonna
food?
Eat.
Wow. I mean, just making sure.
I do still eat. Nasty.
Wow. Like
just way less.
Like a bird.
I might spurge tomorrow and just go nuts and do it all.
Okay. All right. Baller. Baller's getting into it.
Baller's getting into it. He's got the turkey already roasting.
He likes beets too. Baller likes beets.
He likes the root vegetables.
All
right, Nast.
All right, buddy.
That's a wrap. Happy Thanksgiving, knuckleheads. We'll see you next week. Stay safe.
See ya.
Whoa.
Oh, the golf.